I've been playing guitar since 1998, so we're looking at about 17 years now. I've always been interested in guitar tones and big fat rhythm sounds, focusing on playing tight, getting more into the song and interpreting music through song, as opposed to technical playing. Spent the last 10 years focusing on this dream tone I have in my head as a guitarist. The journey of trying different equipment, different studios, different miking processes in the studio while recording. Essentially, I've had this sound in my head and I've never let it go. The past 10 years, I see as a big lead up to an epiphany. Over those 10 years, I was always very guitar amp focused. I've had a collection of Mesa Boogie amps, different size cabs, different series heads. It was more of a process of stripping everything down to simple, a 50 watt rectifier, custom shop head, a rectifier 2x12 inch speaker cabinet. Having a bigger sound by like the less is more. I had a good friend, George, at Roadbar Cases. He built me a case. I originally went to George with the idea of just creating a tidy, clean setup, which typically could just house my entire unit. Touring and playing live, it's just a matter of wheeling on the stage and I'm ready to go. Got talking to Randy from Amp Clamp, he's in Canada, and came across his amp clamp system, which I thought was amazing. Like, take away all the guitar stands, you have a real clean, tidy setup. You're not going to step back on stage and bump into something and knock a mic over, which is an engineer's nightmare. Heading into late 2014, I just finished recording all the guitars for 20 songs for Coffin Carousel. Had an amazing time in the studio. We did a lot of experimentation, found some really good blender mics. Walking out of that, I was purely satisfied and stoked, but there was a 20% factor that I knew could be achieved that we hadn't got. Like, heading back around to early this year in 2015, I was talking to Jim Cargill, who I've been going to since I began playing guitar, and he's been doing all my guitar setups. Talking to him about what I'd done, and he just popped the question I've never thought about. Maybe you should try some new guitars. Like, kind of makes sense. I've been focusing on this amp setup for years, thinking that it was all in the amp and the pedals and the guitar chain, the signal chain. And Jim suggested using a Swamp Ash Telecaster body with a bird's eye maple neck, 22 frets, ebony fretboard, one AMG 81 pickup, one volume knob, having this furious setup that was completely simple. That was just a tone machine, specifically for Coffin Carousel. Another artist I'd been working with on the band's t-shirt design, that goes by the name of Cryface, modified that t-shirt design to fit on my Telecaster body, to have that kind of extra touch on a personalized instrument with personalized artwork. Came up amazing. What I consider ending up with is a custom guitar built by Jim Cargill for me. I can stand on stage with Coffin Carousel and just know that all the tone that I've always been imagining and dreaming of wanting to have now comes from the actual instrument, the guitar. 20-year journey, 10 years in the studios, trying to get the sounds now here, and I feel very lucky to have it.